Happy Patch Day. Happy Patch Day, everybody. 8-Bit Matt here, and it's here. The 1.0, or the 1.63 Duelyst Patch is here. Guys, we're out of beta. This bad boy is in full-fledged game mode. Got a little bit of a note here. Got a little note here from the developers. Basically, they're adding a fantastic new feature called Bloodborne spells. This will give all of our generals a unique identity. And we'll cover them here in a bit, but each one of them is kind of designed to help you focus your decks in certain areas, but still open-ended enough that you can mix and match your different strategies. Bloodborne spells help round out your gameplay and give you an additional option when you reach the mid and end game. So yeah, nothing wrong there. They add powerful sense of identity and uniqueness to the factions. So those are just some of the notes there. And of course, if you let them know what you think about them, they're always looking for feedback from the community. So they're really good about it. Just let them hear it. If you like one of those Bloodborne spells, if one of them's too strong, let them know. All right. Let's talk about them. What are these Bloodborne spells? Each general will have a unique Bloodborne spell to use in battle. Okay, let's break it down a little bit more. Your collection will start with one general for each faction. You will unlock an alternate general at level 11 right after completing the starter deck for that faction. So basically, when you start out, you only have one of each. You're probably familiar with those current generals, but they will also have a second general once you play with them and unlock them. So I like that, a little bit of progression here. And of course, that brings us to 6 new generals. So there are 12 generals in total with 12 different Bloodborne spells. Let's jump right into it. Up first, we have the faithful Lionar general, the Argonon High Main. And his Bloodborne spell is give a minion nearby your general +2 attack. Alright, so definitely falls in line with Zeal. Seems really strong, keeping your dude in the front lines. Sunforge is the alternate Lionar general. And Sunforge's skill is restore 3 health to a friendly minion. Oh, it's a little healing action, and 3 health is no laughing matter. No laughing matter at all. Zon is your traditional Songhai general. He has the ability to move a friendly minion up to 2 spaces, so kind of like a miniature Dragon Mist, or what's that card? Silhouette Tracer. So yeah, I mean, these sound cool. Like already, I really like them. They definitely give the generals a little more identity and a little more prowess on the battlefield. Up next, we have Eventide. This is the alternate Songhai general, and this is summon a Heartseeker nearby your general. Well, that's sweet. That sounds great, being able to summon units. Okay, I'm about it. I'm not sure if I know what a Heartseeker is or what its stats are, so I'll have to look into that, but nonetheless, still sounds pretty cool. Let's jump over to Vitruvian, one of my personal favorites. The traditional general gets summon a 2/2 Wind Dervish with Rush on a random nearby space. Interesting. So basically, the general becomes a dervish, or an obelisk himself. That's kind of awesome, actually. The alternate general for Vitruvian is your general deals double damage to minions this turn. Oh snap! That's kind of a get out of a jail free card. Again, granted, you're gonna take some damage, but you could probably take out anything with 4 health just with that general. That's pretty awesome. On to Abyssian. We've got the Blight Chaser. This is your traditional general. Summon 2 Wraithlings nearby your general. Well, that sounds awesome, especially for Wraithling focused decks. So yep, that seems really strong. The alternative general is the Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper does deal 1 damage to a minion. If it dies this turn, that space turns into Shadow Creep. Oh, wow. Shadow Creep Mega Dex. I can already foresee that. That sounds terrifying. On to Magmar. We've got Voth the Immortal, and his spell gives your general +1 attack. Hey, just doing more damage as the good old Immortal. I mean, seems pretty good, if you ask me. And then there's Starhorn the Seeker. This dude looks sweet. Both players draw a card. Interesting. This is an interesting one. Allows you both to draw a card. Well, it's a little double-edged sword in my mind, but still pretty cool. And then, of course, we've got our last but not least, the Venar, and we've got Bloodwing. Deal 2 damage to all enemies in the general's column. Oh, okay. That seems pretty devastating if lined up properly. And then the other dude looks super awesome and icy. And this is give each minion in your hand +1/+1. Holy smokes. Venar have some nasty ones. Actually, a lot of these are pretty darn nasty and definitely going to shake up how people build decks and how people play. Man, those ice walls could be really devastating. Oh, but there's a spell card, so it might not work. Wow. This seems really strong. That's a quick look at the generals, though. Let me know which ones you're favoring. I definitely think that creep one sounds really interesting to me. As the Soul Reaper. Obviously, I love Vitruvian, and that one Venar spell sounds really strong. So, only time will tell. Of course, every month we get new monthly seasonal cards. This month is no different. May's monthly cards start off as the Arrow Whisperer. This is a 4-cost, 2 attack, 4 health, a ranged unit, and the other. Your other minions with a range get +1 attack. So I could see a lot of range focus decks here coming along. On top of that, we've got the next card online is a 5-cost, 4 attack, 6 health, Golden Justicar. He is Provoke, and your other minions with Provoke can move 2 additional spaces. Oh, interesting. So these must be, I'm starting to see the theme here around trigger words or those key words. All right, the next one is this is a rank 3, or I'm sorry, a 3-cost minion, Skywing, and he's a 3 attack, 3 health. He's got flying, and your other flying minions cost 1 less. Oh man, I can see some interesting decks being comprised of these. And then we have the Unsven. Unsven. This is a 4-cost card with sweet looking art. It is 2 attack, 4 health, and it's Dying Wishes. Summon a minion with Dying Wish from your action bar. So, oh man, that's going to be really strong with Abyss. On to card changes. Note that you can disenchant these cards for full spirit value for approximately 1 week after they go into effect. Up first, we have Songheim. We have Tuskbore. This minion changed from a 3/3 to a 2/3. So losing a little bit of damage, but still a strong card. Scion's Second Wish. This is was draw 2 cards. It now give a friendly minion 2 attack and 2 health. It can't be damaged by enemy generals. Whoa. Mega upgrade on this card. Definitely going to be seeing this one play quite a bit. That is super devastating. Your general can't be damaged by enemy generals. So this is just a general dealing monster that you can create here. That's pretty awesome. Alright, on top of that, we've got Scion's Third Wish spell ability. Give a friendly dervish 3 attack, 3 health, and fly. And this was 3 attack, 3 health for dervish with blast, but now it's flying. You know what? I'm okay. They nerfed. They changed Third Wish, but they heavily buffed Second Wish. So I'm okay with this change. And then the Starfire Scarab is going to lose 1 hit point here. It was 4-7, and it is now a 4-6. I'm okay with that. It's still a strong card. Doesn't see a whole lot of play because of its high cost, but I'm okay with it. All right, Abyssian. The Abyssal Judgment stats for change from a 3-6 to a 4-5. That is a big change, especially for creep decks with that alternate general. I can see this being pretty darn scary. And let's see, Reaper of the Nine Moons is the other Abyssian card changed, and its stats have been changed to 5-3. It was a 5-4. I mean, it's designed to die and give you another minion, so why not get it there quicker? All right. Magmar, Dire Tide, Frenzy, cost changing from 1 to 2. I mean, as a 1-cost card, they give you plus attack and Frenzy seemed a little strong, so requiring it to cost 1 more, it's not going to affect it being played, I don't think. It may slow down some combos early on, but ultimately still, if you're going to use this card for Frenzy, then you're still going to use it. Alright, Vanar is got Mesmerized. This spell ability is push an enemy minion or general 1 space. Changed from your opponent's minions cost 1 more to summon next turn. So, interesting. This is a very powerful card. Being able to move an opponent's unit or general 1 space. This is a very scary card. You could push a unit into some severe danger just by being off 1 point or 1 plate. So that's a major upgrade for Vanar. All right, let's jump on to the neutral card changes. Dreamgazer. It was 2 cost. Now it is a 1 cost card, and its stats have been changed from a 2-2 to a 1-1. It's definitely a nerf for this card, but still a great card for replacing and putting one on the board at no cost. Granted, the fact that he cost 1 mana, though, almost makes you wonder why you would leverage this guy in the first place. So, I don't know. You may see less of this now because of that. They may have gone too far. I would have been okay with... I don't know, I'm torn. Alright, I might have to take it on my decks unless I'm building one of those replace decks. Mana Forger, the ability, the first non-Bloodborne spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. Does not include Bloodborne spells. Okay, so basically it just prevents people from abusing Bloodborne spells. Saber Spine Tiger has been changed back to a 3-2. I think 4-1 was just way too powerful. Way too strong at clearing boards. So I'm okay with it going back to a 3-2. It was in a good home right there. Songweaver. Stats have been changed from a 2-2 to a 3-3. And the ability opening gambit, give a nearby minion 1/1. No longer gives flying. So card's a little stronger itself. Doesn't give flying, but still buffing his stats 1/1. Still a good card. I can definitely see it being used. Primus Fist, you used to be so strong. You're still getting nerfed again and again and again. Give a nearby friendly minion 2 attack this turn. Now it only lasts 1 turn, so that's kind of a bummer, but still good if you need some way to remove stuff. But I don't know. It seems a little weaker now, but that's okay. Sunsteel Defender, cost change from 5 to 4, so a little bit of reduction there. Stats changed from a 5-1 to a 4-3. And the ability Force Field no longer includes Celerity. So definitely seemed like a very strong card. Being able to do 10 damage, kind of strong. Still doing 4 damage, and being able to not take damage for it is good. So I think this is a smart change. Still a strong card, but does what its intended purpose is, but it's definitely not way too tilted in that mindset. Captain Hank Hart Cost change from 5 to 4. I love this change. He was a really cool card, but at a 5 cost, he was just too much. So you may see some more of this guy now that he costs a little bit less. Duelyst, in my mind, gets a buff. He is a 5/3. Still has that sweet dying wish, but he now will live a little longer, so you may be able to drop a little more damage before he brings the totem out. And the Archon Spellbinder stats have changed from 7/9 to 7/7. The ability non-Bloodborne spells cost 1 more to cast. So same card, just loses a little bit of health. Again, that loses a little bit of its luster, but 7/7 is still a monster of a card. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. If you're building this, you're still going to use this card. So yeah, that's all for the changes. But they do have a starter bundle they're adding in. So with the celebration of the 1.0 release, they are giving everyone a one-time starter bundle. This is 10 Spirit Orbs for $9.99. So $10 for 10 Spirit Orbs. Probably one of their better deals. Everyone can access it once. The bundle, that is. And then you got to go to the normal one. So if you enjoy it, why not? $10 doesn't seem too bad for a game you've potentially been playing for free for a year, if not longer. Why not give it a try? Of course, there is some minor changes and bug fixes. I will display them on the screen for you now. But guys, that's going to do it for patch 1.63. That's 1.63. I can't wait to see how the general spells really change up the game. Some of them seem very strong. I anticipate seeing a potential tweaking there, or maybe not. Maybe some of the other ones, like just giving Magmar an additional damage, is enough, because of the direct control. Vinars seem a little out of hand already, but I guess time will tell. Let me know what you guys think about the Bloodborne spells. Are you a fan? Are you not? Does it make sense that seeing them add those after the 2-card draw thing? I'm starting to see that they had this in the works, and the game would have just moved way too quick if you had general spells you could use every round as well. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this patch, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Let me tell you about them notes. Get out there, play some Duelyst, and please let me know what you think. Always looking to make these videos better. I will see you guys next time. Later.